This country, we get better thief. It's well. Now God go help us. Aye, distinguished senator don't get me. I don't even reason am fast. He say Kogi has airport. Me can't they think. I mean, no be Kogi, why I know. You're welcome. So, who was playing that music earlier? So you play music here because I know the machine. I can only just talk and wait and then continue. Are there people on the Zoom? Are we live on Zoom now? Oh yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Not yet. Okay. So shortly we'll be joined by Comrade and then we'll kick the party. Yes, I like that table. They can't hide their identity. They are on things on things. Senoyan Charlie Poppy. Welcome. Yeah. She's from where? Eh? Okay, yeah, yeah. Ebony. Abia. Abia used to be underdeveloped, but they are trying now. Yes, they are trying. For somebody like Alex Oti to take it upon himself to want to do that Port Harcourt Aba Road, is that correct? No, I give it to them. They are trying. They are trying. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's an evening for making merry and enjoying ourselves. Enjoy your time and moment. All right. The sound. Play song. Let's go.
God work with so many as Ghana normal thing. Presley Joe with the big machine. Your girlfriend wanna suck my thing, but not be that kind of person I be. If I first smoke, give you one, you not pass. That me say dog. Yeah, yeah.
That nigga, you crazy.
Oh, no. Be my. No, no. Oh, no, 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 no. I never see him. 1 million followers, but when you drop your jam, no be all of them want to follow dance. One genie, one formula. If I had to make a wish, me I want to wish for second chance. Many years I suffer, you can ask my mother. Nobody dey my brother. The money make man baller. Oh, oh yeah, oh this. I get it got like Moses. I be a happy man, Modi. I be the king, I be the OG. Oh yeah, OG, oh yeah, OG. Make I go find my rosary. Nobody, OG. I be the king, I be the OG. Oh yeah, oh. Nobody picking my call. Oh, you be my God. Sopa, sopa, waka, 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 waka. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Call my mama, tell her say anybody not know. Call my papa, tell her say anybody not know. I never started on the hate gun. They want to fight, I don't they cry gun. Bygone, I'm bygone. When I sing, God please dance. Oh, oh yeah, oh this. I get it got like Moses. I be a happy man, Modi. I be the king. Oh yeah, oh yeah, Make I go find my rosary. Nobody, I be the king, I be the oh yeah, oh. Nobody thinking like oh, my God, my God. Nobody thinking like oh. Don't want somebody. You are the Sabi boy, come on, ya como, estamos. Take me back to those days when we were young, rolling tires with my girls and my boys. When we just sneak out late to your love. Think about me all on that song. When I see your pictures, I remember.
You don't need no thanks, so shit. None of my bro thanks, so who be the dog thanks for you? What's popping up? You never let me get in my man, but I never get one thing, but things are gonna take my gun food and turbo. All of my enemies, they're all so all the kids, I don't go. Didn't need to play me hard, but that is how they get close. All the hard stuff from the left, only got me to all the lads that told them girly, that time I'm waiting. I don't know when I get you. You never know. Oh, no, I think I'm dirty. Something you never know. Like, big pancakes, little pancakes, the law of the jungle. Very wrong money when I come, you know she gon' come to. She gon' come to life on a Monday night. She gon' work after work tonight. When she tell you that she occupied, but she don't need five. Blow me until I'm satisfied. Yeah, I know you. They carry me for mine, but it's no you. It's me on the telly, because you know your man, your man, your own these people, that's your mental. I'm going to put it here for this time. No one else can look at you. Oh, Jack, my hold on, not from the electric, and we only can't treat you. That's it, go. I don't think go. I did go. I'm a fire, and let's see, but not die. And then the people that die, that was it. All of the things I'm so proud of, take her. Yeah. Yeah, what you know, we want to do, this, yeah. I'm ready to turn to the yeah. First of all, I'm no cause I don't care. I'm man, I don't care. Come on, man. I can't stand. Go on, man.
Once again, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, men and women, thank you so much for your patience and thank you
for being a part of this beautiful day. All right, good. I'll be glad if you have your seat nicely. All right, can we be seated so we can just proceed? I'll be glad if you're seated nicely so we can proceed. Are you done? Okay, okay. He can go and sit down now. Abi revolution to take place for in states now, more no. All right. Oh, barrister. You know one thing I like about you, you know the play. You respect law of dialectical materialism, which is that any man that must work should eat. Make sure that food is available on this table with immediate alacrity. Hello, we have married men here, and they don't eat beyond the hour of 8 p.m. The people's barrister has requested that food must be available on this table, and that must be done. So who is sharing food? Bring food here. Now, if you are here and you are supposed to eat, please eat. It's very necessary. Food is so expensive in this country now. Even food for thoughts, they know they give again because ingredient don't cost. I know what I'm telling you, sir. These people, I didn't even know there was provision for food like this. I saw one lady eating like his last supper. They want to do it in memory of your 53. You are welcome, sir. You're welcome. Once again, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, he wasn't on seat when I did all the eulogy. I'll not be mixing words if I say you are a great inspiration, like I've always told you, sir. You are one man that is so dogged, yet very rugged. Yes. And I made road it was just a coincidence. I didn't know today was his birthday, honestly. So I posted a video, I think it was this morning or yesterday evening, when I was lamenting that the Association of Bakers and Makers of anything bakery said they are going on strike. They did that in 2022. And so they are going on strike. And then it made me remember in 1793 or thereabout, early 1800. No, I'm speaking as an historian now. The Great French Revolution happened because of increment in the price of bread. And so if as Nigerians we cannot afford bread, we are no longer brethren. Hello? Okay. So that I made a hear me, we're saying I made a talk. You know, anytime I see you wear this thing, I say so that in case somebody don't quote you wrongly. Do you know what it's doing to me? I'm just a comedian. Now, the beauty about mine is this. Anytime comrade says anything, the Nigerian government sue him. Me, when I say anything, nobody can sue me. I'll tell you it was a joke. Yes. The people's barrister, sir. You know one thing I like about you? All your article, they long life from ceiling, reach ground. Who offend you? Small case what they go do. If you hear things were in the quote, I can't thank God say I no read law. Though my father insisted I will read law, but I can't. My father no even get any family land. Who I want to quarrel with? Because if I say I can't defend comrade, he not already they defend comrade. I mean, only him be the case where in Nigeria. I'm seeing you real life for the first time. You know one thing I like about you? Anytime I want to go high court, I like the way you stand. Everybody should be in prison by now. And then the good thing about anybody that is backing the revolution now idea is this. Nobody means what they call you by your name. May not be like say you they lay wrong allegation. Say if we're operating, the one I saw this morning that I had to fix in my video was this. You see, if we're in a sane country, if we're in a correct country, everybody that contested the last election should be in jail by now. Tinubu, Atiku, P2B. You don't know when nearly you call Sowore. Say sorry, Sowore should not. No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
But jail is not new to Sowore now.
No, you will not understand what happened. So when he mistakenly mentioned Sowore, he said, sorry, that's a regular customer. You know now, for some reason, one thing I like about comrade, for some reason, so he might just be passing maybe around that Kefi area or Suleja prison. In they go for maybe they invite them for something. No, immediately they pass the prison. Prison warders where they walk around there, they say, yeah, and then you they branch, abi they go. Waiting, they never use carriage over for this country. They don't use soldier threatening up DSS. We just say now Boy Scouts, now they use it. You don't know what is up. All these things happen. There is no yes. Wow. Barrister. Small play where you play. You know why the lady doing like this? He said for you to ask them before them bring her, he go bring food for you. This is I like that word. It's powerful. See, I use God to beg you, no come here, come dey form. If you see food, eat oh. Because the way Nigeria dey, anywhere you see food, now be last up or chop oh. Don't be say as a lady, you come here with your man, you come dey form. Sister, eat oh. Food. I know what I tell you, food cost. You know when last some people see chicken, eat oh. There's enough for you to eat. If you eat the first time, it no do you. Call the ushers, they'll bring for the second time. Are you with me? Hello? Yes, if you eat the second time, it no do you. Call me. I go show you where they sell food outside. No be your birthday. All right, it's a day to make merry and have fun. Do well to eat enough. Drink if you can. Those of you that are taking alcohol, drink if you can. If now you drive people come, no, say God, they watch you. Drink waiting the fit control you. Now, so one guy drink finish. Okay, I just say the baby one for. One guy when driving, Oga go one beer parlor. This kind garden now. Oga come mistakenly tell and say, Moses, he says, I say, don't worry, drink one or two. One or two. Some men, they take. Now, so the guy start the order. I know one thing about alcohol. When you take 2 bottles, they make you feel like, come on, you know, feel high now. The guy don't take like 4 bottles. Only on waka enter car, sit down for back seat, begin shout. Me on call my driver. All right, sir. Where you just won't greet everybody. Now the problem with that, you too hard. I know they behave like don't pass 50 years. You're welcome, sir. This is the people's comrade, our president. If they know Rigam. Yeah, so I be no be so. Now what for you? If not the way be us for mine, we know people who go be president, vice, and everything. But you they try those old men where they there. If they match ballot box, it's gone. We have in the house this evening one of Nigerian foremost and very renowned legal practitioner. I just hope I get this name correctly, just so he knows I have little knowledge about him. He's best known as Barrister Pelumi. Hey God, how did they use this thing for long? I'm waiting, they worry me. In fact, let me just put it this way as a layman, as somebody who do not have the original registers for, reading out your profile. He is the owner of Law Corridor. Is that correct? Eh? Okay. But you work in Law Corridor. Is that correct? Yeah. No. At least you did anything where concern law. Thank you so much, sir. I see you do a great job. And it always gladdens my heart to see that you identify with people who mean well for the Nigeria of our dream. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Barrister Pelumi, I expect that you put your hands together for him. I expect that you put your hands together for him. Yes. No be charge and bello. If you pay Barrister Pelumi for any case for this life, you go know say the case na real case, no be briefcase. Yes, now. Yes. The people's comrade. I am a special comedian. Yes, so.
Comedian I have who doesn't collect money from me. You know when I first met you? When I first met him, I was telling him that one day, when I was arrested by the DSS, I was making some funny jokes. They said, you think it is funny, eh? We shall see. So when I came out, I had to befriend a comedian so that I can say things that are funny next time I go to jail.
Thank you. He was here earlier and he is back again. The distinguished Senator Shehu Sani. Thank you so much, sir. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. It's an evening for making merry and, of course, catching fun. Hello, please. I need you people to bring clean plates. Clean plates. Yes, sir. They will bring. All right. So the DJ, you will do me one favor. Once I stop talking, you will now play music. Hello? So food is served and there are drinks on the table. Take your time to eat well. You're going to have to pardon me. I do not have here. Okay, I do not have here the entire information I need to do all of the acknowledgements, and so you're going to have to pardon me for that. And please, we might need an additional table to the table of the celebrants. Let's have additional table, please, from that end, if you can, please. All right. But if you don't have, there's no problem. His table is full enough. And I like that the table is full of content. Give it volume. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, please turn down the volume a bit. Turn it down, turn it down. Thank you. I will be glad if we're all seated nicely because we're at a very important point in the event. I'll be glad if we're seated nicely. Before I hand over the microphone to this very wonderful personality who will be talking to us for just a few minutes. So I'll be glad if you're seated. Hello? Please help me maintain the quorum. I need your attention. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, your excellencies, all as people who use social media, you're going to have to agree with me that we definitely know this man I'm about to talk about, but we just have nothing but little knowledge about his person. But I must say his wealth of experience as somebody who has been in the political space for so long is a one to marvel at. I earlier spoke about his level of sense of humor. Let me just say, if I want to continue to talk about his person, I might end up showcasing my intellectual emptiness. So I'll leave it short by saying it's our very own distinguished Senator, Shehu Sani. He's the chairman of this occasion, and I want to hand over the microphone to him for his remarks.
The celebrant, which I call Presido Sowore, distinguished friends, colleagues, brothers and sisters, comrades, ladies and gentlemen. I need your attention here, please. Please, that's why we're here. Today, we gather in this space to celebrate and appreciate the life of a distinguished Nigerian, one whose life and the journey of life symbolize the struggle for freedom and justice in this country. We are not here simply to celebrate the 53-year journey of Sowore, but to use this platform to make contribution in the aspects of life Sowore has dedicated himself to. Sowore means many things to many people. But one thing we all share in common about that perspective of him has been that he is a man who has always stand in the defense of the voiceless in the society. Sowore represents the ideal. He represents consistency. He represents conviction. Many things can be said about him just like any human being. But one thing you cannot take away from him is that he is a man who fears nothing and is always out to express his mind irrespective of the consequences of his words. Nigeria's journey has been a turbulent and stormy one. It is 24 years since the restoration of civilian rule in Nigeria. Though according to recent statistics, it has been said that 60% of Nigerians were born after 1999. So it means that it's only 40% of Nigerians that had experience under military rule. For the younger ones, history began from the onset of social media. But for those of us who have been in this field, we know that Nigerian history remains incomplete
without appreciating the sacrifice and service of men and women who laid their lives and sacrificed their liberty in the defense of the ideal of freedom and democracy. After 1999, many thought that that was an end to bad governance, an end to dictatorship, an end to misrule, an end to abuse of power. That was the dream. Because there was this belief that democracy will deliver everything to everybody freely. But 24 years down the line, it is self-evident that without men of valor and courage standing up in the defense of those ideals, there are people in the position of authority and power who have to be held accountable every day and be reminded that they are servants and they are not masters. The Constitution, the national flag, the national anthem, the laws of the country alone cannot defend democracy if you don't have people who will be ready to lay out their lives and sacrifice their freedom in the defense of those ideals. Sowore has been in the struggle yesterday, and is also in the struggle today. At the age of 53, I'm sure he thought in 1999 that he should be resting at this age. There was this belief that the younger ones will take the mantle of the struggle. But it's very clear that it is not yet Uhuru. Sowore's life is a life he has sacrificed for others. As a student union activist, a civil rights leader, as a journalist, and as a unionist, he has demonstrated in no mean terms that what matters to him is his conviction, and he is ready to pay the price for it. If you have never been arrested in your life, and you have never been detained in your life, and you have never been to prison in your life, you still have a long way to go. You know what is called circumcision. If you have not been in prison, you have not been circumcised as a man. I can remember in the 1990s when I was taken to Kirikiri Maximum Security Prison. And it was the first time I found myself very close to President Obasanjo, who asked me, who am I? And I told him. As the gates of the prison opened and we were given our blankets and plates, and we were directed to ourselves, he said that was the first time he is going into that prison. He doesn't even know what it is. Many times, you pass the prisons and you think that the people there are evil and you don't belong there. I think it's time. It's time for you. You don't need to commit an offense before you go in there. Spare some time. Visit a prison. At least for you to know what is there, and then to think that there are people who have spent many years in that place. Just some 4 weeks ago, I was in Port Harcourt. And I said, on a weekend, I wasn't doing anything. I said, let me visit Port Harcourt prison. Because I was taken to Port Harcourt prison sometimes in 1996. And since that time, I have never visited the place. So I said, let me visit the prison and see what it is. I was in Port Harcourt prison when King Sowore was hanged. And I went there and I asked to see the chief warder of the prison. He welcomed me, he took me around. Nothing has changed, nothing. The only thing that has changed was that in our time, we wear white uniforms. And today they are wearing navy blue. That's the only thing that has changed. But everything remains the same. Nigerians always appreciate the history of the Mandela, Joe Slovo, Stephen Biko, Thabo Mbeki, all those anti-apartheid freedom fighters. But you don't turn back and see the ones you have here in this country. Have you heard of Chima Obani? Have you heard of Bagauda Kalto? These are people who lost their lives in the struggle to free Nigeria. Some few weeks ago, I was invited as a speaker at the Gani Fawahimi lecture by the Ikeja branch of the MBA. And I said the fundamental mistake we made as freedom fighters was that in 1999, we refused to join the transition program. We were asking for something that becomes impossible. Government of national unity, we were asking for PRONACO, Sovereign National Conference, all these things. These are the things we were all at the time when politicians were grouping themselves into political party and taking over power in Nigeria. By the time we realized it, that this democracy has come to stay at that very time, already all the windows and the doors have been blocked. And it became impossible. Gani in 2003 contested to be the president of Nigeria and ended up with 150,000 votes. Falana went back to Ekiti to contest for governorship, and he couldn't make it. Olisa Obakoba formed what he called Green Party, and he couldn't do anything. Chima Obani set up the Democratic Alternative, register it. We couldn't do anything. Wole Soyinka set up what he called NALICOM, National Liberation Council of Nigeria, a party, and he couldn't make it. Already, people who paid no price, who were never even slapped by a policeman, took over power. And today, we are still battling with them. In South Africa, it wasn't the case. After the anti-apartheid struggle, the ANC transited from a liberation movement to a political party, took state power, and today, that is it. From Mandela to Thabo Mbeki, to Zuma and Cyril Ramaphosa. Each and every one of these personalities, you will see the record of struggle, of imprisonment, and of whatever. But it's not the case. In Nigeria today, if they are going to do National Honors Award from GCFR, CFR, CON, MFN, when they raise a CV of a typical Nigerian that will be given a CON, you will see that this is Abubakar Isa. He started as a zonal chairman of his party. Then he became a commissioner. And then from being a commissioner, he rose to become a director of this, and then FAMSEC. And now this is all what it takes in Nigeria for you to be given an award. That's what government do. And newspapers, they have their own too. Hardly you see a governor or a minister in Nigeria without being given an award, Man of the Year, Man of the Year. This is what we have. NANS, in those days, when they say this is National Association of Nigerian Students, when they threaten, the whole country shakes. Today, NANS, when I was in the National Assembly, they will come with a vehicle. If you open their boot, it's full of plaques. They will ask which of the senators is in the office. They say, there is Senator Ndume. Say, okay, they will write your award in the back of their car. And they will come with media crew to hand you over the award. And before you know it, you are in the, as an. Now, this is what the struggle has. But we will appreciate the younger generation for one thing. That is the NSAS protest. The NSAS protest rekindled the hope of Nigerians that people can still fight. We are here to celebrate an old breed that is still a new breed. The man Sowore, who has dedicated his life. Today, he has been cleared of treason charges. But if you know Sowore very well, you know that to tell him to keep Herculean tax. As long as there is Sowore, as long as he's alive and healthy, he will continue to express himself and stand for all those things he believes in. The institution he established, Sahara Reporters, it has reached a point in Nigeria today. If you have any story that other papers cannot take, you bring to Sowore, the next day you will see it. That's why he has so many libelous cases against him. He is not afraid of that. So for those of us who come here today, nothing happens twice in history. The faces you see here today, even if you call them tomorrow, it cannot still be the same thing. The images and the video here will be here for thousands of years. And let the future generation know that there is someone here who has made sacrifices for them and on their behalf. May God bless you for that, and thank you very much. I will now, we will not take much of your time. Sit down, everyone. As chairman, we will not take much of your time because you have been here for so long. We will give, at least sit down. Sit down. We will give 2 or 3 people to come and spend. You can't spend as much time as I did. You only have 4 minutes to talk of what you know about him and also what we don't know about him. So I will like Deji. Deji, hey, another prisoner. You are giving only 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, you know, what pained me the most? What pained me the most about my chairman, today's session, is when they were counting his votes. It pained me, but let me not dive into that issue for today. That is for another day. Well, we're here to celebrate the incorruptible Omoyele Sowore. You know, words cannot do enough justice to describe who Omoyele Sowore is. Because as an outsider who does not know him, as somebody who has not had any dealing with him, you may be tempted to hate him, but no matter which divide you may belong to, whether you're on the divide of his haters or his admirers, you cannot take away the courage, and the core values of integrity, honesty, and probity that Omoyele Sowore represents. For me personally, I've been inspired by his life. I've been inspired by his lifestyle. I've also been inspired by his sincerity, because in life, everything you see will come to pass. Will become a thing of the past. But what you can never, what can never diminish are the impressions that we leave as we meet people, and those are carried on from one generation to the other. Sowore impacted not just his generation, but the generation below him. Because you can see that in this room, there are many Sowore mentees here. And that is what is most important. Whatever it is that you are doing in life, and you are not the transition plan, then you're a failure. Sowore has made deliberate efforts. You can see the Juwons of this world and so many of Sowore's mentees here. And because we will not be here forever. And the truth is, we can go in and out of jail. We can be slapped. We can be beaten on the street. We can suffer all manner of injustice, but we are here for a short while. And when I mean a short while, is none of us can live forever. So while we are here, we should try to do our maximum best to leave an impact. For me, a human being should not be determined by the number of houses he has built, the number of children he has given birth to, the number of women he has married, or the number of zeros in his account. A human being is determined by the number of lives he has changed. For me, I'm inspired by the lifestyle of Omoyele Sowore, because Sowore has sacrificed. The easiest thing to do is to compromise. The easiest thing to do is to compromise. And that's why almost everybody is compromising in Nigeria today. You see people that govern their states, stole states' money, celebrating them as heroes. Just like Senator Shehu Sani has said. Go and look at the National Honors Award. Armed robbers, kidnappers, bandits, looters. You can't find one sane person. They will have a national awards list of 200 and something people. Not one sane person is on the list. Not one sane person. Everybody on the list is an abnormal person. How can you run a country like that? Let me repeat it again. That if we were to run a sane country, all the critical stakeholders, the major looters that contested the last election should be in jail. And I mean Tinubu, Atiku, Obi, they should all be in jail. All of them have stolen in this country. They've stolen the patriarchy of their people. In Lagos, Tinubu created an SPV to be collecting toll gate and all kind of money. It's company. In Anambra, Obi did the same thing. Used his family business to be doing the state. And he created to even back it like Tinubu did in Lagos. Here in Nigeria, at the federal level, Atiku also created an SPV that they were using to loot money. And when we say the obvious, people, because of tribe, because of sentiments, and by their tribe, you shall know them. What under Buhari, anytime I criticize Buhari, 95% of people insulting me are Hausa people. 95%. And Buhari arrested me 11 times, jailed me 3 times. If I insult Obi, 90% of people insulting me are Igbos. Why is it that in this country we love to defend thieves that are our tribes people? Why? Today, Yorubas cannot criticize Tinubu, the armed robber Emilokon. They cannot criticize him. Yoruba Obas are now observing table manners today. But whether you are Yoruba president, Sowore will criticize you. Whether you are Hausa president, Sowore will criticize you. Whether you are Ijaw president, Sowore will criticize you. So we must learn. Look at how the Northerners kept quiet for 8 years when Buhari was ruling, but they suddenly found their voices. They are doing opposition now, both traditional religious leader. Now they are even doing protests in Niger, in Kano. For 8 years of Buhari, Sowore and I were here. We started NSAS. We started NSAS in Sowore's house. The first NSAS protest, the one is here now, we mobilized them and said they should go to Alausa and sleep. We were the one, me and Sowore, we were the sole people that started NSAS in Nigeria. And we decided that day that we don't want to be the face of the movement. We wanted other people to take over the movement. Because if we decide to be the one that lead the movement, they will say, it's them Sowore and Deji that are starting it. So they will now try to kill it. Because we've been opposing the Buhari government, we've been opposing. So once we come, they will do every attempt to kill it. Yes. Yes. The first protest we did, Senator Joe Sani was there. Yes. So you see, the essence of telling these stories, is that the Northerners that refused to join NSAS, that said it was a protest to overthrow Buhari, today they are protesting. They are protesting against Emilokon today. So my appeal to all Nigerians is, don't support your tribe because a looter who is Yoruba has stolen money. You are now refusing to criticize the looter because he's a member of your tribe. Also, don't be a tribal bigot. Don't be a religious bigot. Be a human being. Be like Omoyele Sowore. We need more people to speak truth to power in Nigeria like Omoyele Sowore. Because the truth of the matter is that it is easier to be a sycophant. It is more profitable to be a sycophant. See, it is profitable to compromise. The best thing to do is not to compromise. And I will give you a simple example of why I say it is easier and more profitable to compromise. During the Buhari regime, when the 2019 general election was approaching, there is no kind of offer that the Buhari regime did not offer me. But I refused. And few weeks to the election, to the general election, few months to the general election, the agreement, the decision was that either they take me out or they are. And coincidentally, we will organize a protest. Somebody among them will call me and say, Deji, don't go to the protest tomorrow. If you go, they will. I will hang around there and I will see strange faces. And I know that was cool. But eventually I was arrested. Severally during that period. And when I was arrested, one of us, I won't mention his name because I'm tired of mentioning his name, but we were in the same struggle together, went behind, old man, very useless old man, went behind our back and collected hundreds of millions from the government. The millions will be finished today. Because the money has wing, it will fly away. The money has finished. But even the people that he went to collect money from, they don't respect him. The politicians will not respect you. The looters will not respect you if you compromise. And finally, you see, when we criticize or insult politicians and their supporters get angry and they insult us and they say these things, just like the way they always insult Sowore. If Sowore has ever compromised, they will have brought the video and be playing all over the internet. If we have ever compromised, you cannot be fighting these people. You cannot be fighting politicians and they will leave you alone. It's not possible. If they have anything on Sowore, they will have paid CNN to broadcast it. You know, so for me, my appeal, especially to the younger comrades here, is that you must be uncompromising. You must be uncompromising. See, and you must have a source of livelihood. Because if you don't have a source of livelihood, my friend, you are going to compromise. And that is why you have the Charlie boys of this world. I was tempted. I'm sorry. My apology. So you must have a profession. You must have something that brings daily income. If you don't have it, you will compromise. A hungry man cannot fight for anybody's rights. Even me, that I'm a trader, that I'm doing so well, I cannot compare myself with my Egbon because my has a my Egbon is running a conglomerate. Do you understand? He's running a conglomerate. So my brother, young comrades, I know why I'm talking like this, because our country needs more people that can speak truth to power. And you should start building now. Start planning your life so that one governor will not hold you to ransom with dollar, and one minister will not threaten you with a bag. You see the bag, you smile, you tell them to fuck off. All they will say, that Deji is mad. All they will say is that Sowore, he has mental problem. All they will say is that Sowore is a bastard. But they can never open their mouth to say that you have collected anything from them. So please, guys, we really, really need to hit the street. We need to hit the street. All is not well with our country. So we must find a way to resist this government. We must find a way. We resisted Buhari, the soldier, for 8 years. How much more this Wingling and Wangalang? So we see, all is not well with this country. And anybody that's telling you that all is well with the country, the person is being economical with the truth. We must challenge this, the status quo and the system. That is the only way we can take back our country. God bless you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I travel all over the country. I hear say people they celebrate too. I hear say Nigerians don't take over. I hear say na show birthday. I be na lie o. Lele. In Soweto. Yeah, gentlemen, I'm glad to be here. When I say gentlemen, of course, it's inclusive of the other gender, with utmost respect. My job here is to wish my dear brother and comrade happy birthday. I will not go into issues as Mr. Chairman and Mr. DJ Adeoju, because I'm still a practicing lawyer. And you know, when Sowore or DJ or anybody is arrested, they still need someone that will come there to get the shorty and make all the necessary arrangements. Yeah. So let me not bring out some facts as they've claimed, so that I can still be there to provide some good services. But honestly, today is actually a very special day to celebrate Comrade Omoyele Sowore. I would love to say a few things about him. I see Sowore as someone who continues to live in danger every day. He continues to live in danger because Sowore has the audacity, the capacity, the courage to challenge anybody. And I say it today that in this country, there's no human being as courageous as Sowore. There's no human being as fearless as Sowore. I was watching a video in my house just recently with my wife, and I saw Sowore harassing a senior advocate of Nigeria who prosecuted him a while ago, and in a public event. And even as I was laughing, the camera was showing the lawyer's face, and he went ahead to say now he has joined the Tinubu's government again to continue his show of shame. So, I mean, is what commending Omoyele Sowore, I mean, for consistently supplying voice, vision for the emancipation of the Nigerian people. I want to use this opportunity to encourage the younger ones, our colleagues, slightly taking from what DJ Adeoju said. There's a need for us to empower ourselves. You need to have something you're doing. You can't genuinely fight government, engage government, or take up the responsibility of fighting for the people if you don't have something you're doing. And if you're talking about something you're doing, you must have something legitimate that you're doing. If you look at the problems of this country, and if you are innovative enough, you will understand that taking the advantage of some of the crises in this country, you can work decently and earn money decently. Mr. Jay-Z said this country is crashing. On a very serious note, it is. Some reports a while ago claimed that Nigeria is producing 1.6 million graduates every year, monotechnic, polytechnics inclusive. Yet Nigeria, both government and private sector, cannot employ 100,000 every year. The tragedy is that about 1.5 million people graduate from our tertiary institutions, and they join a colony of the unemployed. This colony is expanding every year. The colony is expanding every day. And until we take up the responsibility of liberating ourselves, there won't be any meaningful change in this country. But can someone who is hungry, can someone who don't have anything to do, who don't have a life, genuinely take up the struggle of liberating this country? No. The reason is because, you see, the political class properly understand the social dynamics in this country. And that is when you see people who are truly credible, who are interested in liberating the country, taking up good causes. The agenda is to discredit them. The agenda is to make them unacceptable. And that is why when a man like Omoyele Sowore is out there on Twitter, is out there in public, people will begin to call him nuisance. People will begin to say, what exactly is your problem? Today you are protesting, tomorrow you are protesting. And when you see someone like Deji, when you see a respected senator like Shehu Sani out there taking up campaigns, taking up engagement, they want something that will discredit him. They want something that will make you or the people to run away from them. The reason is because when the people believe genuinely in the true leaders who can genuinely give direction for the liberation of the people are safe. And so we need, and you know why it's very easy to control people in the Twitter space, in everywhere? The reason is because the political class has the economic power. And when they put money into the system, there was a report recently that a respected friend of ours, was in a particular crisis and he spent a lot of money in reputation management and all of that. That is to tell you that there are people, influencers on Twitter, that can be given money to discredit people who are genuinely taking good courses. So I want to encourage those of us that are still within the system who strongly believe that there can be a better Nigeria. It was Thomas Paine who said that it's given to every man to partake in the action and the passion of their time, lest they are judged to have lived. The only action and the passion of our time is to consistently supply voice for this country so that we can have some level of decency in Nigeria. So I want to celebrating Mr. President. I am very hopeful. I was thinking recently that one day somehow, one of the best things I will enjoy from being Mr. Sowore's friend is that he could become president one day. And it's very possible. And so, and one of the best way I'll be able to convince him to work with him. The fact that you're Sowore's friend doesn't mean that you guys can do things together when he's in government. Because when he's in government, you may not have that kind of access again. But I have promised him that I will show him all the addresses and homes of the looters. So if he has that undertaking, Sowore, as a lawyer, he knows that I have some level of access. Sowore will be able to work with me. But you know the interesting thing? When President Buhari was in trenches, was advocating and was playing his role as a political leader, a lot of people saw some degree of decency. People saw some degree of integrity in Buhari. And so when it appears that everybody is lost within the political space, when it appears that all the politicians are no longer credible, the political class, the criminals, begin to look for someone who is fairly credible that can be marketed to the whole world so that they can win political power. And Buhari was packaged to the entire country, and everybody saw Buhari as a messiah. Buhari had the opportunity to liberate this country with the kind of momentum that was artificially packaged for him out there. But when he came on board, Buhari ran the worst government in the history of humanity. I have never seen a kind of government like Buhari divided the country, destroy every social bond that should strengthen the country. Now, the level at which Nigeria is going, Nigerians are beginning to seek and search for that single person who can actually give direction. A time is coming, Nigeria, even when they don't like your face, when they've been told a lot of lies about you, but because there's one thing you can't take from Sowore. One thing you can't take from Sowore is Sowore has integrity. This is Sowore here. You know, as a legal practitioner, you have friends all over the place. There are times, there are periods that there are some people who have challenges, and the challenge is about what Sowore, you just need him to resolve. Sowore don't need a penny from you, and Sowore will not do anything wrong. Sowore will not do anything wrong. You said something about Omoyele Sowore as being incorruptible. I can say this anywhere in the world, that Sowore is that single citizen that will not take anything, and that will never compromise. And in view of this is a very strong record that we all should appreciate. And I see very, very soon that the Nigerian people will come yearning for Omoyele Sowore to become our president, to liberate us from the penumbra of socio-political darkness. And when you become president, when you become president, ensure that those of us who are supplying voice and giving the necessary support, that we are part of that cabinet. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We will pick one lady now. Where is Miss Bodunde? Oh. That's very madam, let's hear from soft voice.
I'd like to invite Amin Abdul to come up so we tell this story. Yeah, Amin. I'm just waiting for my partner. So I'll let Amin start, and then I'll start with the wishes. No, I'll let Amin tell the story. Here.
No. Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome. So we've been with our big brother, Omoyele Sowore, for quite some time now. And like everybody has been saying, the virtue that I'm taking away from him is integrity. As far as I know, he was offered money when he was in prison that he did not accept. And it is money that is huge enough to change anyone's life. You know, and all the while when he was in the DSS, we were the ones who go in and out of the DSS to see him every time, take food to him every day, myself, Bodunde, Tosin. So at the initial period, because we have not been to prison, we have not even been to police station. So we were threatened by the DSS people. I think I cried and you cried. They made us cry. So we started getting used to it. And then I can tell you that with our experience and my personal experience with him, his integrity is second to none. And one thing that from him again is that he's a very organized person. No matter what, he's a very, very organized person. At whatever time you reach out to him, he's on his phone and he's ready to respond to you. Whatever you have to discuss, he responds to you, he gives you solutions, he gives you guidance, and he tells you whatever you are doing, just make sure you are on the right side. That is the only way that I can defend you. If you are not on the right side, I might not be able to assist you. So I'll make it short and give the mic to Bodunde.
Thanks, Amin. Omoyele Amayele Sowore, on your birthday, I'm, really being one of the people who was there from the start in terms of your arrest. It's wonderful that you have been, acquitted and you are now, we never thought this day would come. It's been a long road to freedom. So, well, but at least the first one. So we're really happy that this is an early birthday present. And we may not agree on a lot of things, but I think that one of the things that I really admire from you, and people have said it, is the courage and our love. One of the things we share in common is the love for Nigeria. And I think that was one of the reasons why we became friends at first. So on your birthday, I wish you, long life. I wish you progress in your activism, and I pray that you live long enough to see Nigeria to be a better country. And finally, I pray that you find Jesus. That's my biggest prayer for you. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Well, the testimonies are coming in, but I'm sure many of you are picking some things which you may not have heard before. So now we are going to the family side. We'll pick one of his family members to tell us from his own perspective on this very special day.
I greet everybody, Mr. Sharma. God bless you, sir. My name is Benga Sowore. I'm a pastor. Praise the living God. Many of us, we don't know Omoye Sowore very well. He's my senior brother, and we grew together. This struggle has been from the family. I want to encourage many of our youth. The Bible says charity begins at home. I remember 1992 when we're doing family program, Sowore Dynamic Family Progress. One of my senior brothers is a policeman. He's a policeman, and from some of the union follow us from Lagos to a village from Ife and Lagos of them. My brother commit one offense when we do party. He commit offense, he break gas. Within the family in the village, a commando's boy said they should carry him. It's his senior brother, and they burned him. He's somebody that not take nonsense. He's not compromise. He's not compromised at all. And I still remember very again in 1993 when we do the Abi riot, when we started from Akoka, moving when this express road and only some was looting. After we come before we get to Abiola house, from where was looting, and he changed his mind to them. He said, I don't call you here to loot. We just ask you to do protest. He changed his mind against them. What I try to tell you that don't compromise. No, you are somebody you are following. Mr. J say something. If you don't have what you are doing, you cannot fight the corrupt people. And be focused. You must be directed as a young comrade so that your tomorrow will be great. And somebody that I love so much, even when family try to have one issue program, he stood up. That's why I only call him Shama. I'll only call him, he entered the family, is not compromised at all. And all to date, if anybody go wrong in the family, it will call them an order. I want to employ us, please and please, follow his suit and where he's going. Your tomorrow will be great. Praise the living God. Please, so that you that word. The Lord bless you in Jesus' name.
OJ.
Okay, so my assignment here is very simple. I think a lot of us have finished eating, so you will join me. But before you join me, let me let you know that Sowore is someone who stands by his friends. I remember when our very good friend and comrade Ario passed on, I know the things he did. Morning, afternoon, night. Oche, have you done this? Have you guys done this? So he stands by his people, his friends. And I remember when I was in school in the US, I would go all the way from Boston to New York, me and Eged Odewale. And he said, Omolewe, before we start any discussion, let's go and eat first. He will take us to Chinese, go and give us food first. You say you are a student, me I'm a worker. So once you come, you eat first, then we can continue with whatever I want to say. Can you remember? And then when they are having, every October 1st, we celebrate, what's it called, Independence in New York. He always has a tent where he will bring palm wine and say, as long as you are Nigerian, just come and collect. And they will be playing gyration songs and all that. So please put your hands together for him. And I just want to say something. Happy birthday to you. All the glory to God. Long life is your portion. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Can you?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chukwuka Ofebu. Please, if you want to know the true character of a man, just look at his enemies. Almost all the useless people I know in Nigeria hate him. No kidding, this is not a joke. You know, when I came back to Nigeria, and the day I attended, I don't know if you remember when I attended your court proceeding. Then I saw the type of song our people were singing outside the place. I caught someone who was working at the villa under President Buhari. He's still there now. I asked him, what do you people get from this shame? Like, what do you gain from holding this guy? The more you hold him, is the more you make him popular. Are you telling me that you are all as incompetent as everyone else say you are? I tried to lobby to see if they will stop that public shame of a trial, but they didn't do that. I believe, to your credit, they help direct people to your side. And I have my own personal experience with him. So many things, so many times when things are like they are stuck, they are seemingly impossible to break through. The moment I will call him, I will just even sometimes text him, and he will get me through. He probably thinks he's doing it for Nigerians, but to me, I take it as a personal favor he's doing. And the very first, there are people I saw with you when we were campaigning in 2019. I knew they were going to fall off. And time vindicated that my prophecy, let me call it prophecy. One is from Enugu State. You know him. After he tried to come back, but like our brother Deji said, remove tribalism. And I will add, remove blind party followership. The problem we are facing in Nigeria currently, the number one problem, which no one is talking about, is this current minister of darkness. They are now planning to sell off our electricity assets like they did before. And I have the utmost faith in you. I'm not saying this to patronize you. There is no one else I expect to lead that fight. Currently, the electricity laws have been changed. So if that harbinger of darkness says he wants to bring investors, let them get the license, go build theirs, distribute, the government it there. Like I said, my brother, I love you so much. I will always be by your side. I will always count on you at every time. Thank you.
Well, we have had a lot of testimony. I think To save time, we will have to give the mic to the celebrant to come and speak. Let him tell us. It's 53 years, such a long journey. And we hope that we will still gather here when he is 103 years to celebrate the centenary. Comrade, this is an opportunity for you to address your friends and comrades who are all here in honor of the sacrifice you have made for humanity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The Senator Chairman of this birthday event, and all our great friends, both at home and abroad. I wasn't planning any birthday, but when we went to court some 4 days ago, I stood in front of the judge handling my case, and I told him to dismiss the case so that he can clear his docket. Because when I'm in court, the man is always laboring, writing with long hands. I said, these people are wasting your time. The federal government lawyer said, oh, no, please, he has a lawyer. I said, shut up. I'm the only person who can defend myself in this court. My lawyer has spoken, now I want to talk. And the judge allowed me to speak. And when we went out, and this is very important, we had a kind of a press conference and we walked around a bit. And the video went viral, of course, myself and Deji. And what I said, and which I was very clear about, is that I said the revolution they are running away from has finally arrived. And nobody can escape it. And the next day, my lawyer woke me up, Femi Falana, and said, they have discontinued your trial. Maybe he wanted me to be excited, but I couldn't be excited because my life is boring when there's no problem. Yes. So I reminded him that we still have 2 cases. He said, please, Sowore, can we just figure out how to clear this one? I said this because that's the reason why I said we should gather here together today. It's not to tell any testimony that we don't know ourselves. In fact, sometimes I get burdened by all these testimonies because it put more pressure on you to want to get better testimony next year. But the truth is that there's a lot of work to be done, and there's nothing to celebrate at all yet. Pelumi here, and I just came from Channels TV. He was the one who arranged an interview. I was in my house. I told him I don't want to do this interview. They invited me, and I went there. But lo and behold, I know this is the last time Channels TV will ever invite me. Yeah. You know the kind of interview you have, and the person who brought you cannot escort you out of the premises. Even the producer was just, where's your car, please? You know. And what we said there is that, one, they said Nigeria has a constitution. I asked them, which constitution? Who wrote it? Second, the reporter was saying that we have democracy. Which democracy? Who is voting anymore? You know, at least the one they taught us in government, in secondary school. We know what it is. If that is the thing they call democracy, then there's no democracy in this country. Third, he was arguing with me that I should give him another alternative. I said, I'm sorry, I don't have any alternative except a revolution. He said, provide another alternative. I said, sorry. Fourth, he said, what would I have done if I was president? I said, you have started again. Election in 2023, I came to your studio, don't float Naira. You said I'm not experienced. Don't remove subsidy. You say that Sowore, you have started socialism again. And you bring in talking heads every morning, afternoon and night, all these fake economists, Facebook economists, some of them Twitter economists, container, all of them to come and be telling you that this country will benefit from removal of subsidy. I said, so how many highways has removal of subsidy built in the last 9 months? It became a fight between me and this reporter. So when we were leaving, I said, look, he said, he will bring me again for further. I said, look, we are deceiving ourselves. This is my last time here. Nobody will bring me back to this place. But don't worry, I don't need your television to air my views. I'm hearing my views here. People are watching it. Very soon, television will become a thing of the past. The same way newspapers have become a new thing. The last time I saw a physical print newspaper was at a Suya Sport. Yes, last time. That's the truth. Because they have grown. I predicted I would be arrested. I predicted that a judge might be called upon to try me. And I warned the judge that there's no judge in history that has ever tried history and succeeded. I am carrying out a historical duty. All the judges went round. This case went through 4 judges. One of them is retired, Taiwo, who threw me in jail for 45 days. Over an allegation that I went and picked money from Dubai without even finding out if I've ever been to Dubai before. Then they charged me with cyberbullying the president, President Buhari. And Falana asked in court, was Buhari aware that he was cyberbullied? Because they forgot that in that cyberbullying or cyberstalking crime, the person must present evidence in court. And I knew it was a time that Buhari was treating ear infections. How could they have heard me? But most importantly, how could a civilian threaten a general? Then they said they are charging me for money laundering. What money did I launder? I sent 16,000 naira dollars from the US, from my US account to my Nigerian account. How did I launder money? It's the same thing they did to Fela. They said he laundered his own money into Nigeria. So they dropped those 2 charges. Treasonable felony. They brought only one witness, an SSS man who said he saw us when we were saying that there will be a protest. And we asked him, is a protest a crime? The man said, no. And when he finished giving his testimony, he came to me and said, "Bon, I'm really sorry that I did this." I said, no, this is your job in this process. He's not even a chicken boy. He's part of that history. He must play his role so that it will be clear to the world. Finally, in 2019, when we were shouting revolution now, people were saying, what is wrong with Sowore? What is the meaning of revolution? 5 million people search Google for the meaning of revolution. 2024, even the people who don't know how to spell revolution backwards are calling for a revolution. We went to the Federal High Court today, and all these Federal High Court officials sat there, and I wanted to apply for my passport. And they said, they were talking, they didn't even know that I was there with them. They started telling the guys, say, this country, it's only revolution that can solve the problem. I said, at the Federal High Court, do you people know the implication of what you are saying? Yes, I know a lot of you would like to give testimony about our lives, but that's not for today. I want to also thank my wife and kids. Yes. You know, when the DSS asked me how many kids did I have, when I was being interrogated, I said 2 that I know of. Yes. And Senator Sonny is here. When I went to his house, he showed me all his children. But a few years later, he was carrying a baby. Jordan. When we did cyber analysis of the hairline of that child, I said, Now the trouble where we see the solve between him and his wife today. That how did an adopted child look like senator like that? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming.
You are a leader. You are a leader. Sowore, you are the. You are a, on your birthday. You are the. You are Sowore, a leader. You are a leader. You are a leader. You are a leader. It's Soweto. You are a leader. You are a leader. You are a leader. You are a leader, the past leader. Oh, Sowore na super leader, the past leader. Oh, yeah, yeah. Sowore na super. Ay, 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 oh. Sowore na super of the greatest Nigerian people. Comrade Jesus, Alutharize in Jerusalem. Comrade Muhammad, Alutharize in Medina. Oduduwa, Alutharize in Ile-Ife. Usman Danfodo, Alutharize in Sokoto. Comrade Omoyele Sowore, Alutharize in Nigeria. Kí ló wá ṣe wá? Maya, 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 Samula, Hey, and that's how we're gonna turn it up tonight. Eva, thank you very much. Thank you very much. This time we take photograph with Omoyele Sowore. This is actual time we take photograph with a leader, Omoyele Sowore. God bless you. God bless you. It is time to take pictures with a leader, Omoyele Sowore. Thank you very much. As you come, we celebrated the 53rd of his birthday today. I can assure you, by 2025, we gather here together again to celebrate his 54th birthday. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. I said to you, my leader, Hina. No, we have to take a photograph. Chika, is this ongoing? Let the music keep going, please. Let the music keep going, please. The music, please. Please, please. All right. Eva. Gaga. Hey. All right. And that's the celebrant. Omoyele Sowore. Thank you. Thanks for all you do. Eva. Honey.
If you know, you know. But if you don't know, you know. Now you know. Now you know. You know, you know.
All right.
Now you know.
Now you know.
Now you know.
It's your whatever birthday. God bless my leader. Thank you very much, sir. All right.
How much is money? It's nothing. Balling.
Okay.
Premium on.
And that's how we're gonna make it here tonight. Now you know. That's your right free. Now you know.
Everybody can take picture with the leader. Eba. Music, please. Oh, yeah, now.
Undisputed. Unopposed. Luxury or nothing. Money is nothing. Money is nothing. Blessings on blessings. Yes. Agbabola. How much is money? Balling. Premium or nothing. Now you know.
All right. Go down there. Today, not today. Oh, shit. Come on. All right now. Hey, that's what's gonna happen here tonight. Well, thank you all. And this is the second of a photograph. You are free to take the leader. You are free to take pictures with the leader. We are here to. Oh, DJ, pull it up, please. DJ, pull it up, make a new vessel. Hey. Okay.
If you not be DJ Jojo, we not the feel
This is the first time I'm taller than you.
Girl, I know who the thought. And then one night, girl, look it up. When they judge, she feel like job. And I know get you feel the thought.
I bet you
know I do. I'm a thought. Come back, what we see, Louis Vuitton. But the lamb and I come back down. You have to wait till you reach your turn again. My head they hurt. They don't use me fast, so no time for love. I be bad boy too far. Baby, stand up, move on. When you get this coming, and your presence is stunning.
All right. Okay, now. That's how we go tonight, yeah. All right. Hey, are you busy to be babe? Are you busy to be babe? Are you busy to be babe? Are you busy to be loved? All right now. Someone needs to be pampered. Hey, DJ, what's in the apple for here? DJ.
Some of us too busy to be babe.
Somebody busy to be babe. Are you busy to be babe? I'm not busy to be babe, man. All right. Okay, now. And that's how I'm gonna show you down here tonight, man. All right. Oh, shit. Eba. Hey. The leader has been the God. God bless you. We sight you all. Go be budget. Hey. Come on. Hey.
Nobody. Sure.
Hey.
Play.
All right now.
I know go day.
One can you photo go show we.
Romance, cause romance is the key.
One can you photo to
my predator. Pass for no time for love. I be bad boy too far. Baby, stand up, move on, and you get this coming.
All right now. Hey, my leader's looking at me, but nothing he can do. All right. Hey, someone to be babe.
Yes, yo. I go by the name Jesse up Blaster, aka Boss of Rappi, aka the Rap Guy. You all know what time it is, and right away I'm hanging out with the
right.
finest DJ Jojo. The baddest DJ on the pilot.
Yeah.
Good music. People driving fast.
They are white by the comrades.
No trouble.
Yeah, they are white by the comrades. Hey. Come on. Hey.
Oh Lord. I'm looking for ghosts. I'm feeling so lost. Them other girls are lost. That's you sweet me past the love. Show me a true love. That's my love for lost. Them other girls are lost. That's you sweet me past the love. So my hello, but we protect. You don't make me mess. I lose my sense. My hello, but we protect. You don't make me mess.
Don't be shy. When you are with the leader, don't be shy. All right. Lumi International. Lumi baby. Come on.
From my practical summer, you know, this one no be a genre.
Come on. And I saw.
I'm feeling so lost. Them other girls are lost. You speak me fast, love. Show me how to follow. I have lost.
Come on, 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 come on.
You don't make me mess. I lose my sense. My hello, but you don't make me mess. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. You know, you know. You think about last in town. Now you know. Now you know. How much is money? Balling. Premium or nothing. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. Undisputed.
All right.
Money is not. Money is not.
That's you.
Some blessings.
That's you.
Premium or nothing.
Ngozi, come and take your mic. Right.
Modernization.
Money prior.
Rotation.
The leader. I'm on the gas, sharp pro. I'm on the gas, sharp pra. Cover this like Banja. Give me let the gun.
Think about them.
Tap.
Cross the shit, baba. Oh boy, baba. Feeling good, banana. Music don't need permission to enter the street.
Anyway, I know where you go.
Music don't need permission to enter the street. Yeah, you know. Anyway, anyhow, you know, say you go through.
Laat je gelijk, dat is bij mij dan dat je weer als ik heb je moet maken. Dit is all I know, all I know, all I know, all I know is that when I dey conquer it and go. All I know is that when I dey shoot, I hit their home. All I know is that when I dey conquer it and go. All they know is that when I dey shoot, I hit their home. So, but they wanna cross, put them in the cross, all be their own. Lord, did it on their own. Lord, so why they wanna bring? Lord, down to my throne. Lord, I don't wanna drink. Lord, on the dance. Lord, supposing I follow with my color like this and that. I'm dressed in black. Opportunity to maybe listen, I go they look them pass. So I light my pass. Light that man with my pump. Dear God, I'm not on the monkey. Check and yash for my money. Odumodu fala follow the cipher country. I go fill my gas. For higher gas. For why I fall. Sean, I ups on the lost. All I know is that when I be cocky, and go. All I know is that when I be shoot, I use the home. All I know is that when I be cocky, and go. All they know is that when I be shoot, I use the home. So I don't like us. It's in the front. So all of the home. Lord, give it on the home. So I don't want to be. Lord, dance in my song. Lord, I don't want to be.
You always expect this thing. Normally. You did try us, you did try me. Normally.
Showmax has made another boss move and switched things.
Yeah, by the time me and you go fight, they no go contain us. DJ, now you want pursue us or now we go pursue you. DJ. What happened? And I don't stop us with that. Somebody made a request. No, the request.
If you know, you know. But if you don't know, now you know. Now you know. If you know, you know. You think about us in town. Now you know. Now you know. How much is money? It's nothing. Balling. Premium or nothing. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. Undefeated, undisputed, unopposed, luxury or nothing. Money is talking. Money is talking. Blessings on blessings. How much is money? Balling. Premium or nothing. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. Better know.
Looking for support, close things in the particular salad. Pick your mind there, make a bono. Even with the night, you open up, up some gardening, okay, a long way. And if you sleep, you believe way, or if I got knock, you will look like I give a fuck. You will look like I give a fuck. You will look like I give a fuck. I don't give a shot dog, I close you. You will look like I give a fuck. You will look like I give a fuck. You will look like I give a fuck. I don't give a shot dog, I close you. You will look like I give a fuck. Yeah, bad boy, J. Question.